Hey, it's me. One of my New Year's resolutions this year was to make sure that I upload more.
The 20th of January 2026.
It's going well. I wanted to get back into the flow of like making stuff and like trying to get like a good schedule. I wanted to think of ideas that, gave me a bit of flexibility of like when I can do them and how I can do them. And I thought, why not talk about, the thing that is most important, and that's the music. So I wanted to start by doing every week just an album of the week. Doesn't need to be out that week, doesn't need to be new, doesn't need to, it could, literally, this is all personal to me. So whether you agree with me, don't agree with me, I'm hoping to just introduce you to some new music. Sometimes it will be massive artists, sometimes it will be hopefully little artists that I can help push out there and stuff. So I wanted to do that just to get a bit more frequency on Instagram and stuff and build up a bit more of a schedule for myself. So without further ado, the first album is going to be none other than Korn's self-titled album. If I was to be honest, my favourite Korn album is definitely Follow the Leader. I think that's just a masterpiece all round. But I think you can't talk about Korn without talking about the importance of this album itself, the debut album. So yeah, I was introduced to Korn by my uncle, actually. My uncle was a massive new metal head when I was younger, and I remember going around his house at the time and like sleeping over and just seeing all these albums of horrifying, scary things for a young child to enjoy, but like him showing me the music and listening to the music and like seeing how impactful it was to him and how much he like enjoyed it. It was really cool and really introduced me to metal as a whole, really. Yeah, without him, like I wouldn't. There's a lot of this going on. So without him, I don't know when I would have come across Korn, but like this album is, again, just an incredible album. The album cover itself is a really interesting story. I'll show you the front side here, as you can see, and then when you flip it around, it shows this. Even as a child, I was very like freaked out about this and kind of was like understood what it meant, but it was still very horrifying and obviously is very impactful. Without this album, you wouldn't have the music of the likes of Linkin Park, Papa Roach, Slipknot, all that new metal stuff. These were the guys that brought it to the forefront, and these were the guys that really just helped elevate this new genre of metal, and obviously all of them are incredibly talented. This album is incredibly raw. I think the production and the recording and everything is very old school. It's all done in a room, everyone's playing together live, and you really hear that kind of impact of them all just playing off each other and the energy of the recordings. Incredible production pieces where they've added Jonathan Davis playing bagpipes, for instance. Just something that just completely threw it out there, and it was just so different that people couldn't not pay attention to it, basically. I think a key part of the production also, it goes down to the producer, Ross Robinson. Ross Robinson has worked on some of the most incredible new metal albums ever, and obviously pioneered the genre with these guys. So he cannot go understated within the genre of new metal. He produced it, he also mixed on it as well, and engineered obviously a lot of the sessions and the recording. It was all done in their studios. So what I'd like to do is just like introduce my top 3 songs of the album. I'll try and do this for every album that comes up. As I said, Follow the Leader is still personally my favourite Korn album. Doesn't mean that I won't talk about it in the future either, so that may come back up. But right now I just wanted to talk about the self-titled album. And the top three for me are Blind, the single from the album, Chutes and Ladders, and the third one, it's a tough one to talk about. It's hard to say it is my favourite. I think it's a very, very important piece of art, and I'll talk about that in a bit. But I think Blind and Chutes and Ladders are really interesting. They've got some of the coolest like new production, new for the time, and I think it really just elevated them to like stand out as their own artists. And then for the last one, trigger warning here. Basically, it's going to be discussing the worst thing that could happen to a child, and I don't want to trigger anyone or anything like that. But the last song, Daddy, if you haven't listened to it, I recommend listening to it at least once. Obviously, don't listen to it if you don't want to. It is incredibly heavy. It really is just one of those pieces of music where there's nothing else like it. It's so raw. It's about Jonathan Davis and something that happened to him as a child. Yes, it's not nice, but the performance in it is incredible. It's all one take. Jonathan went in, sung his lyrics. The rest is kind of history. Like if you listen to it, you'll understand what I mean. But again, trigger warning. Don't listen to it if you don't want to. It is a very hard piece to listen to, but it is very powerful. So hopefully that's given you a little bit of an introduction to Korn. yeah, incredible album, incredible artist. So yeah, do check them out. Obviously, if you might know of them already, you know they are a big band, but I think they are very important to rock, metal, everything that I love. So yeah, please do check them out and give me some recommendations to listen to. You know, obviously the whole point of this is just to spread music and stuff and show you what I love, and then hopefully you can comment what you love. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the new one. Goodbye.